what if we're letting AI make us dumber? What if relying too much on AI is actually hurting our ability to solve problems and creatively think and all those things?
It's crazy.
So today we're going to dive into the neuroscience of all of that and what AI means to our brains and what it's doing to us.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of BizMeds. We're your hosts and neuroscience business coaches. My name is Saad.
And my name is Darius. And for those of you who don't know us, we scale businesses. I've scaled a business from 60 to 90 million in under 18 months. We help our clients do the same thing, and we're here to give you the minimum effective dose for your business. As we said, we're going to dive into AI. Everyone's been on the AI bandwagon. We see AI happening every day. In fact, 85% of adults actually admit to using AI to help solve complex tasks that they used to kind of like manually figure out. Like that's so we know it's pervasive. We know it's everywhere.
Yeah. Just quickly building around on that. I know you said like a lot of 85 to 90% of the people have AI in their day-to-day task. And it's funny because I was visiting a friend and his grandma was around and his grandma had ChatGPT on the phone.
That's amazing.
I was kind of baffled, mostly because like I didn't expect it to be that far out there. So remember how like when first, Instagram came out or Facebook came out, it took a long time for different age groups to catch up.
Yeah.
The fact that this is moving as fast as it is. Sorry, I just wanted to build a little.
No, that's fine. That's great.
Like,
the adoption rate on some of the things in AI has been amazing, right? And there's still a lot of people, even some of the clients who work with, just kind of wading into AI. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I think this is a very relevant topic. Yeah. Is we see it becoming more and more available, more and more people are using it. But with that, I think we're seeing a lot of positives, but also there's a lot of negatives showing up. Mm-hmm. And we really want to talk about, in everything, the kind of the neuroscience and what is the neuroscience saying about it and what effect is it having on our brains and potentially our ability to solve problems.
Yeah. Like, love that you said that there's like the positives and the negatives. In episode 68, I think it was, we were talking about the cognitive load and how people are utilizing it to offload day-to-day tasks that are not a lot of value add, like those.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a really big important part of it is when we talk about cognitive load and impacting parts of the brain, there are positives and we can use it if used wisely to help us reduce cognitive load. Yeah. Right. Kind of like, and that really comes the crux of the problem is what are you actually using AI for and how often are you using it?
Yeah. I think that's a perfect start to the podcast. So let's talk about how are business owners using it and what are the things that are wrong? Or well, actually, let's start building out the problem, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say with that is like, I know a lot of business owners are using AI. I use it all the time. Mm-hmm. I know, we use it to automate some of our like non-value add tasks. Yeah. But there's also things that I think I should be on top of myself. Okay. And have at least like an understanding of. We were talking about this right before the podcast, that as a business owner, I need to know about all the ins and outs of my business. Mm-hmm. I need to know how I'm making money. I need to know where the problems are. I need to know like what the product is that I'm working on. If I hop on to ChatGPT right now or any other like AI and I'm like, hey, build me a business plan and build me a product and get me the whole layout on how I'm going to make money. Now, it could be a good idea to get like a starting point.
Yes.
But it's not really you're not really connected to it. You have no idea what that actual product is and have enough information about it.
Well, not only that, the AI doesn't know anything about you.
Yes, exactly.
Right? It doesn't know all of the knowledge, skill, and experience you bring to the table. Mm-hmm. So the biggest thing I see is that people are offloading really important things that they should be thinking through and developing, and trying to hit that like easy button with AI. Oh, I'm trying to grow my business. What should I do? And it like the AI is going to spit out some things. It might sound great. It's not going to be as relevant. It's not going to be as
impactful.
Exactly. That's exactly the word that I was going to come to is impactful. That's a great word. Because it lacks all of those things. It lacks context.
Yeah.
It lacks all of the, the things that you inherently know, but also it doesn't know your behavior.
Yeah.
Right. So it doesn't know if you are chronically addicted to scrolling Instagram or Facebook or Pinterest or whatever one you want to, right? Whatever happens to be the flavor. It doesn't know if you're chronically, wasting your focus and attention on those things versus saying, oh, here's the thing, because like that might be the constraint you need to solve and reclaim that versus, oh, here's all these other things. And it's going to it's a prediction mechanism, right? So it's a language model. So it's just going to predict based on all the training it has to spit out a thing. So that is kind of the big risk that I have seen some of the clients learn very valuable lessons on is saying, oh, here's this thing. And they actually spend more time trying to prompt engineer ChatGPT or whatever AI versus had you just sat down and worked on the problem, you would have been further ahead because, and that kind of brings us to the underlying issue is where, we alluded to it. It's like, if we're relying on it to do the wrong things, like it can have a very negative impact.
Yeah.
Right. And so when we're looking at AI, like how deep do we want to go into this one?
I mean, we've got a lot of time ahead.
We have all the time in the world. Well, maybe we won't go into like the brain anatomy yet, but I think just in terms of where you have the most risk, right? Like, yes, sometimes you have to go through those lessons to learn, but if you're continually trying to do the same thing over and over with AI and think it's going to save you somehow, like that's one of the risks I see.
Yeah.
The way I approach it is I'm going to challenge it. I'm going to use it to challenge my thinking and expand my horizons. And I think that comes back to a mindset part of it and saying, like, if I view ChatGPT as having all the answers or whatever AI model as having the answers, I'm not going to question anything.
Yeah.
And that's a big risk. Like, you have to be really careful about that because then you'll just take whatever it says as the truth. And I've worked through some very complex problems and I catch it all the time.
Yeah.
Again, because it has no critical thinking.
Yeah.
It has even the memory within a conversation is super fragmented.
Yeah. And it's looking for the easy low-hanging fruits to get to you as quickly as possible. It's not going to go through. So I recently just saw a video of somebody asking ChatGPT on like the vocal conversation piece to count to 1 million. And it found any and every way to just be like, oh, you know what? It's probably not a good use of my time just because the computing power is just not there. That would mean it would have to sit there in front of you, count from 1 to 1 million, and that could take a long, long, long time. And that means like the computing on that is going for a long time. Yeah. So it is easier for ChatGPT to get you the easiest possible answer with the least amount of compute usage. Yeah.
And I have also found that in addition to that, it will try to spit out solutions immediately versus understanding. Again, we'll use the term understanding. I mean, it's a prediction model. So you're basically just feeding it information and then it's using that based on and to reason through, all of its training to predict an output. And so how do you get something new when you're just kind of looking at the same thing over and over again? And again, that's part of the risk because you're looking at this and if you are looking at it like it has all the answers, I mean, that's one of your biggest challenges right there is like treat it for what it is. It's a tool. It's not meant to replace your ability to think, but a lot of people are offloading critical thinking tasks to AI.
Yeah.
And you cannot do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I to your point, like I use it as a thought partner a lot of times just because like if I'm going through a problem solving thing and I have some questions, I'll quickly ask it. in hopes that it points me to the next problem or the next roadblock. Not that like I just take that answer and then apply it to the solution, because whatever it's going to give me might not be the most thought out solution. And what I'm finding is that when I do something like that, what it's doing is it's saving me time from Googling all of this information myself.
Yes.
Because a lot of those answers are like pretty much right away you'll find it.
Yes.
It just saves you time from having to sit there and like look for those things. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. So again, when it comes to it, so how do we want to view AI and using, how do you leverage it? Well, in that episode 68, where we talk about cognitive load, well, it's the low value things, like the repetitious things, the things that you do over and over and over. Like you can get it to help you solve things. So there's, there a lot of people are wading into creating bots, right? And chat bots and things like that. And they're designed to kind of just make that kind of information, as opposed to Googling, or you can go into your organization and you kind of like bring all that information. So someone's asking it in very natural language, it can synthesize, take all that information together and then help answer something without having to employ someone to do that. Right. Yeah. Hey, I'm just maybe using that person to do other high value work. So like with that, when you're using AI, you have to really be careful of the things that you're trying to use it to help you solve. Like, are you using it as a kind of resource to help you solve a problem, or are you looking at it to solve the problem?
Yeah. Yeah. Going to like the daily tasks, like we've talked about this a few times, where by the end of the day you have decision fatigue, and a lot of times you find yourself not making the right decisions for yourself. Yeah. And 99% of the times that's taken out in junk foods or like unhealthy type of stuff.
Just bad decisions.
Just bad decisions. Yeah. So I actually recently, in episode 68, we were talking about like the meal, how to use ChatGPT or like any other AI thing to help you with your meal prepping or any of that. Actually last weekend, I just turned it on and I was having a conversation with it while I was cooking, which was really nice. Because, and I will say, like, the reason why it was really nice is because I didn't have to think about it. I was basically just making a very basic breakfast. I had eggs, tomatoes, onions, yada, 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 all that. And I was just like, hey, I have all these things. What should I make? And it's like, oh, you could make this, like, omelet with, like, toast on top and add some avocado. And I was like, okay, I've never really made one, just because I'll just fry an egg. And it's literally walking me through every single step. Like, this is what you need to do next. And if I, after tasting, I was like, oh, the flavor's not that good, it responded back. It's like, actually, what you could also do is, if you have some type of like tomato sauce or a salsa sauce, like you could put that on top and it adds flavor. And I was like,
so
like, it just took away some of that thinking.
Right. And it also sounds like you're leveraging it to learn as well, not just kind of solve the problem, but you were using it in a way to help you learn. Yeah. And now you've kind of acquired more skill.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Which is kind of the whole idea, is if you want to leverage AI, like I have a big fucking issue with all these experts say AI is coming for your job. No, AI is coming for an entrepreneur's fucking job. Yeah. Right. Because we solve problems. We see problems out there. And yes, AI, you can leverage AI in some really cool ways. It's not going to like suddenly like create a business and do everything for you. Yeah. Right. If anything, I've seen way more challenges come up when you utilize AI. And if you're not prepared and you're already not viewing it as this is not a be all end all, like you run the risk of believing whatever it says without challenging it. And you have to retain that critical thought. And that's, I guess, just kind of like reiterate the problem is that when you give up that critical thought and you start to rely on that, like you are then priming yourself to, again, kill your creativity, kill your ability to solve problems because you've just offloaded really critical thought processes. And those aren't the thought processes that you want to offload. It's the simple things, right? It's the, oh, I have, this is the picture of my clothing, right? Yeah. What
Should I wear?
What can I plan my wardrobe out for the next 5 days so I don't have to think about it?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Or here's the ingredients in my fridge. What can I meal prep what can be done? Or literally just go on whatever get a meal prep service or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right? Like those are the decisions that aren't like really high value.
Yeah.
That you should be offloading.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you have to retain the critical thought processes. Like you have to retain the ability to dive into deep work and challenge. And yes, use AI like a tool, but it is just a tool. It is a hammer where you need to hammer a nail in.
Yeah.
Right? It is a saw when you need to cut something.
Yeah.
But it is just a tool. It has no direction in and of itself. You have to provide the direction.
Yeah. So you talking about how people are scared of losing their jobs to AI. It's funny because it reminds me of a story from a little while ago. I was doing some contract consulting work for a client, and they were looking to automate some of their processes. And they had one person whose entire job was to take like 10 different Excel files, merge them all into one, and then build like some type of like a process understanding of like where all of the, basically like an OpEx, CapEx type of sheet. Like, so I came in and I was like, hey, you know what? We can kind of automate that portion of it. And as a business owner, now you can have more resources focusing on the analysis and like solving the actual problems.
What is it actually telling you?
Yeah. So, but the person who was doing all the work immediately just piped up, and she's like, well, there goes my job. I don't know what I'm going to do now. And it started creating this awkward like situation in the meeting where the owner was like, well, like, I don't want to really lose her, but there's a lot of value in this automating this thing. And this person now is like, well, shit, AI is going to take my job. Instead of understanding that, like, you're actually doing a non-value add task, and you've been doing that for the last, like, 10 years and getting away with it, thinking, like, this is your job. Your actual job is understanding all of these different things that lead to your operational expenses and your capital expenses.
Yeah, and your job as a business owner to help your people understand that your job is, how do we make more value?
Exactly.
Not how do I spend more time doing no value work. And so I love that story. I mean, yes, AI didn't come for your job. It was just, that's to me like just a routine automation of things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. And two things, if I just off the top of my head, is one, as a business owner, shame on you. Right? Yeah. Because your role is to grow people and to help them, develop them beyond that, and help them become the best version, so that you're not stuck saying, well, there goes my job. It's hey, we're growing. We're doing all these amazing things, and you all are going to upskill along the way here. What got you here isn't going to get you there, and you're going to continue to grow. Yeah. Well, let's flip a little bit. We'll talk to very briefly around kind of like what's happening in the brain. Yeah. Right. Specifically around like AI. And it's very similar to what happens kind of like in all of the things that we talk about when it comes to neuroscience, right? Like it's different. There are some parts of the brain that grow or shrink on the demand that we place upon it, right? Yeah. A good example of that is the AMCC, the anterior mid-cingulate cortex. Nailed it. Yes. The anterior mid-cingulate cortex, right? The AMCC. It's a part of the brain where when you don't feel like doing something and you do it, it actually grows. It's that it helps build that discipline and grit, right? So when things are hard, that part of the brain grows because we're challenging it. That's just one example. Right. And so, but if we don't, or if things get easy and we don't continue to challenge it, guess what?
It doesn't grow.
It shrinks.
So what you're telling me is if I watched a video of a guy doing bicep curls, mine wouldn't get bigger just by watching it? Like I actually have to do the work?
Your biceps will not get bigger.
What is this?
Horse shit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's supposed to automate that for me.
Yeah. And so that's a really important part. And so while we might, like by using AI to kind of offload thinking, we might help that decision fatigue.
Yeah.
Then we're actually turning off other parts of the brain that are required for deep thinking and deep learning.
Yeah.
And if you don't use it, you'll lose it and your brain atrophies.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's a perfect example. And so you then become closed-minded. You become your fixed mindset. Like you don't grow anymore.
Yeah.
And then then it's much harder to solve problems because you've forgotten how to solve problems. You've offloaded critical thinking.
Yeah.
And that's a huge risk. And so while it's like any kind of technology, right? It can be used for good, but also there's negative side effects. It's the very same thing with flow, which is why we talk about both sides of flow, right? Flow in and of itself is neither good nor bad. AI is neither good nor bad. It is a tool.
Yeah.
And just like AI, you can use it to help be a thought partner, to help you streamline things and challenge your thinking. You can use it to not think.
Yeah.
Right? Like flow. You can use flow, as we teach in the 1 month day, to dramatically condense time frames and create leverage like you've never done before.
Yeah.
Right? And really use your brain.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Right? Or you can get into flow playing video games or committing crime or you can go out there snowboarding or racing a motorcycle around a track.
Yeah.
You can get into flow doing all these things. It's not necessarily going to help you grow your business.
Right.
You have to be very careful and understand that they are just tools.
Yeah. Yeah. And it should be treated like they are tools.
Yeah. Not your personal savior.
Yeah, exactly. Something that's going to do your job for you. Yeah.
Which is, it's just so funny because everyone wants that fucking easy button.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone that wants something, they want the easy way, but they don't want to do the thing that they need to do. It's like, oh, how can I not do the thing? Well, that's the path. That is the way. Is you have to do the obstacle. You have to go through the obstacle.
Yeah.
You can't get around not like doing the work.
Yeah. It's crazy because like generally humans are wired to steer away from discomfort.
Yes.
And this is discomfort. But the other thing also is that anybody that goes through is always stronger, better, smarter, more skilled.
Yeah.
And then there's always like the people that sit on the sidelines. They're like, I wish I did that. Like, cause it looks like it worked out for that person.
Yeah.
It would have worked out for me too, type of thing. Like
the part of that I think people need to realize is that it's going to suck. The work sucks. It's going to be uncomfortable. Like you said, it's going to probably be more than uncomfortable. It's going to suck more than you think. And no one wants to you come out the other side, you're just solving bigger and bigger problems, but it still sucks. Like it doesn't make the suffering any easier.
Yeah.
But we don't want to not get too far off base. So how do we then, make sure we maintain, how do we also then make sure that we are not allowing it to go down the path for not really productive purposes, right?
Yeah.
So one good example would be, or one suggestion would be, like anything, use a digital detox.
Yeah.
Just turn the things off for a while, get away from it, go for a walk in nature. That's a huge benefit.
Yeah.
Just turning things off and going out and getting out into nature and go on a walk or whatever. Just detox from the digital life for a while. It's, there's a whole bunch of studies around it and your ability to how much less you use some of the technology is actually good for you, right? Stimulate your brain, keep it going. Engage in things that are going to help you help you retain and remain being an active learner.
Yeah.
And then just be aware. One of the big things is be aware that you're using AI for a tool, what you're using it for, versus, trying to make it do all the work and easy work for you. That you're trying to outsource the actual critical thinking.
Yeah. 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 You can't just get it. If you're looking to run the business, you're trying to be the business owner, you have the product in mind or the service or whatever it is, but you're asking a robot to do all of it for you, you're not really the business owner then technically.
Yeah, exactly. Your subscription to ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever is the owner.
Yeah.
And again, it will beat this to death. It's, it literally has, like, AI has the potential to make you dumber.
Mm-hmm.
It also has the potential to help you condense some time frames, but you get to choose. And, it's very clear, like science is very clear on it. Like if with regards to how your brain will respond, like how you use it will determine the path that you go down. Yeah. So you can use it in a way that's super helpful and preserves the important cognitive abilities that you need, critical thinking, or it'll take them away.
Yeah.
And you ultimately get to decide what that is. So let that be a warning, a fair warning to you for those of you who are kind of looking at AI like it's everything. It is not everything, right? Like anything is. It will not allow you, it may condense timeframes or help you in a way. It's not going to also prevent you from, well, if you allow it to, it'll prevent you from doing the work, but it won't be the important work that you need to get done.
Exactly.
All right. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a good place to call it.
All right, everyone. We want to thank you for joining us in this episode of BizMeds. We are your neuroscience business coaches. My name is Darius.
And I'm Saad.
And we're here to give you the minimum effective dose for your business. And hopefully you learned something about AI and what it could or couldn't do for you. And if you've been here since the beginning, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Saad's mom, I love you. We love you. My mom, love you. We love you. Thank you so much. If you've been here since the beginning, thank you. We appreciate it. If you just joined us, subscribe, hit notifications, all the fun stuff. Leave a review. Leave a comment. Leave a comment if you believe AI, what you think of AI and what it's going to do.
Experience been?
Yeah. And if you agree or disagree, we'd love to hear it. And if you learned anything at all, don't be a hoe. Share the show, to quote Andy Frisella. And last plug is if you want to save some time and energy, really what you need to do is take the neuroscience masterclass that we have. That's 57 minutes. That's going to save you 2 days a week. To reclaim your time and energy for all of these things, right? And you can actually scale your business. And remember, you're just one day away from the life you've always dreamed about. We're going to see you in the next episode.